So today I came back to my hometown where I grew up and spent the evening with my grandparents and had a nice time. And before I left, I was talking to my grandfather, who is a World War II veteran, out in the parking lot in the truck, and he presented me with a gift that is so special to me. It's probably the most important thing I've ever received, and I'm just so honored by it. He has never been a person to he's been a person that I've looked up to almost more than just about anyone, and much of the person that, when I think of the man I would like to be, or the type of character I'd like to have, it inevitably comes back to him. And I wanted to share a couple of these things with you because they're just so special and they meant so much to me, and it just made me get a little nostalgic about a lot of things. And he wrote the War Department, and a lot of these ribbons and medals that he had earned in the Second World War for his campaign and his service and for his bravery, he had them sent, and he requested these as a gift for me. And wow, what a special thing! It just means the world to me. Right here is his soldier's medal that he earned for saving the lives of a bomber crew that had crashed, and through a great act of bravery and heroism, he was able to, because of his bravery, save a lot of these men. And I just think, as I look out over the city here and all the people going here and there, about how easy it is to forget in life what's really important. We get caught up in ourselves, our own lives, our gear reviews or YouTube videos, or just everything that goes on. There's just made me stop and think and just be really appreciative of the country we live in, and the importance of relationships and families. And it's just, as hectic and as crazy as life is, it's just so easy to forget about these things. This is his soldier's medal for what he did for saving those men, and I got some other ribbons here I'll share with you. Here, this is a I'm not a military man, so I really don't know what all these are. But let's see, this one here, European African Middle Eastern campaign ribbon, and we have a World War II ribbon and medal, and the American campaign. I'll have to do some research and find out what these mean. A few years ago, he wrote, here's one more. Here's a little lapel pin. He said this one meant more to him than anything else. And it was towards the end of the war that when you were about to be discharged, you got this one. And by having that on your lapel, you didn't have to ask permission for leave or to leave the barracks or anything. It was a ticket home, free ticket home. So this one meant the most to him. So what a nice gift. Just means the world to me. I came up here to this bluff looking out over the city where I grew up, and oftentimes we used to come here when I was a boy and sit up here and talk, and we would go down and collect cans and different things, and really helps me to put into perspective how important our loved ones are. And I'm as guilty as anyone else. I just want to urge you, and this is also instruction to myself, those of you who have grandparents still, or mothers and fathers, or if you were estranged because of who knows whatever reason, it doesn't really matter. Make the effort now while you still can, while you still have the time, and to tell them how much you love them. To remember that most of the good characteristics, a lot of the things that we enjoy today are a direct result of those people that were important to us. And I was talking to him before I left, and a few years ago he took the time to sit down and kind of write down, going through his diary, his experience with the war and everything that happened. And I think what I'd like to do in the future is I asked him if he'd be willing to go on video, and we could sit down and talk about this, and he could tell some of the stories and his experiences with the war, and if he'd be willing to do that. And I think he would. So I might do that in the future. He was concerned that his memory wasn't good enough to remember all the details, but I think if we used the book that he'd written about as kind of an outline or a guideline, it might be a nice thing to do. But I appreciate that. So I just wanted to take a moment also to thank everyone who has been so diligent with their comments. There's a lot of you out there that have always been followed my channel and have always commented on videos, and I have not been as good as I like to have been at getting back and giving thanks for that. But for all of you guys who take the time to sit down and write and encourage me to keep going and to keep doing this, I want to do this video to say thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And if I haven't contacted you personally or been able to take the time to make that known, I want you to know I really appreciate it. I read every comment, and it means the world to me. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't continue to do these videos, and I just want to say thank you. So I will head back home, and I'll see you later. And thanks again for everything.